What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I'd like to talk about wide receiver Drake London. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about wide receiver Drake London. And I do believe that Drake London is about to get a huge payday. Drake London has been with our Atlanta Falcons for 3 seasons. We drafted him out of the University of USC. He goes about 6'4", 6'5", 215 pounds. And he's gotten better each and every year. His rookie season, he had over 800 yards receiving. In his second season, he had over 900 yards receiving. And then last year, he had eclipsed 1,000 yards for the first time in his NFL career. Now, I do think that Drake London is going to be one of the highest paid wide receivers when it's all said and done. I was reading an article, I believe it was either on ESPN or PFF. I can't remember which article, who wrote the article, but they were talking about Drake London possibly getting paid this summer before training camp opens up. Now, I'm not too sure on how the salary cap works and things of that nature, and if the Falcons are able to pay Drake London at this point. Because I've looked at different websites and things of that nature, and they're stating that the Falcons only have about $5 million remaining in cap space. But I know they can do some, moving around of, contracts and things of that nature. But I definitely think if he's not paid at some point during training camp or before the season starts, I definitely think next offseason, Drake London is going to get a huge deal. Now, if it comes down to paying Drake London or paying Kyle Pitts, I'm 95% sure that Drake London is going to be an Atlanta Falcon. I'm not too sure about Kyle Pitts because he's had a number of injuries in his career, and he hasn't really been a focal point in the Atlanta Falcons offense. Now, Drake London is one of those guys that I think last season, towards the end of the season when Michael Penix took over, he quickly developed that chemistry with Michael Penix, and we've seen in those games that Michael Penix, anytime he got in trouble, he looked to get the ball to Drake London. He understood how to get Drake London the ball down the field, which is something that Kirk Cousins struggled with. It's something that Desmond Ridder struggled with, and also Taylor Heineke and the guys that played with Drake London early in his career. They didn't allow Drake London to use his best ability, which I believe is the jump ball, going up and making, the 50-50 catch. And we seen last year against Carolina, Michael Penix throw the ball 2 times in a row. First time the guy knocks the ball out of Drake London's hands. They go right back to Drake London in the back of the end zone, throw it up, and he go up and makes a catch, a contested catch. So I really feel like Drake London is the #1 wide receiver and the #1 target on this Atlanta Falcons team. I expect his numbers to jump up this year playing alone Michael Penix, because as I mentioned, Michael Penix has a very strong arm and he looks to push the ball down the field. And also Michael Penix is extremely accurate, and when he throws the ball, he gives his wide receivers opportunities to run after catch. So I really feel like Drake London is in for a huge payday, and I believe that he's definitely going to get it. The only way I don't see Drake London getting paid is if he has some type of catastrophic injury, knock on wood. But I definitely think that at this point, it's a foregone conclusion that Drake London is going to get a big payday. Now, I'm not too sure it's going to be this offseason or next offseason, but I definitely think that Drake London is one of the leaders of this Atlanta Falcons offense. He's not a rah-rah guy as far as he doesn't do a lot of talking, but he is one of those guys that's one of the most competitive players in the NFL, one of the most competitive and fiery guys on this Atlanta Falcons roster. We've seen a couple different times last year where he got riled up in certain games when he was going up against different opponents. And I love that about Drake London, his dog mentality. I really feel like that's what separates him from a lot of different players in the league, is his competitiveness and his ability to turn into that dog when he gets between those white lines. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Drake London. Do you feel that Drake London will get a big payday? I definitely think that he's about to break the bank. I don't believe that he's going to jump Jamar Chase. I don't think he's going to be the highest paid wide receiver in the league, but I do believe that he's going to be I'll say top 10, top 5 paid wide receiver in the game. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Drake London. I have a lot more content coming for you guys, but as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed, peace.